Bonjour, Gail Morris from Toronto. Greetings from Canada. Hi, I'd like to talk to you a little bit about the opportunities in Canada. Canada's economy is slowly recovering from the 2008-2009 recession. 2010 has seen a very surprising resiliency. We're looking at increased demand for our resources, commodity resources, construction, commercial and residential, and also consumer spending. Our economy is very closely tied to the U.S. economy, so we're watching very closely, and we're always looking at opportunities in the U.S. Canada doesn't want to consider themselves a Me Too economy, but we like to believe that whatever's good in the States will also work in Canada. So anything that's working here, we would also like to enjoy and appreciate the same products in Canada. The dollar, we've been very fortunate with the dollar. The dollar is at parity now, which has improved the export market for Georgia. The Canadian consumer, the Canadian buyer, manufacturer now doesn't question spending $1 on a product in the U.S. It used to be 67 cents on the dollar, and there was always a little question mark as to whether they were able to make that investment. Canada's a great market. It's close to you. It has a similar distribution, similar people, similar business ethics. So it's a perfect first market for new to export Georgia companies. Our latest trends, growth, Kathy had mentioned that earlier. In Canada, aircraft, helicopters, parts thereof, acrylic polymers, the natural source, fowl, that's poultry, chicken, chilled, frozen, and edible offal are of some of the main areas that have seen a lot of growth from Georgia. And also others that I haven't mentioned on the slide but are of interest is automated data processing machines, optical readers, transcribing into code, iron, non-alloy steel angles, shapes, harvesting, threshing, agricultural industry, machinery, paperboard, ground nuts, and extreme diversity. So Canada is open to pretty well every product that you have out here. What they are looking for is something that's new, that's different. Canada does want to consider themselves an economy that's growing, an economy that has a lot to offer in the new marketplace. And of course, Georgia is the #1 export market to Canada. Our best prospects are new technology, high tech, anything that'll reduce costs in the manufacturing process, logistics, any area where we can see efficiencies are things that are important to the Canadian market. We have to remain competitive, and that's what we're looking for, things that will improve our competitiveness on the global scale. Everyone's looking for healthy and nutritious food. Most families are 2 working people. They're looking for healthy, less salt, less sugar, low fat, and above all, convenient to prepare and serve. So we're looking for convenience too. Eco-friendly products are very important. The Canadian consumer is becoming very aware of greenwashing. So a green label doesn't matter anymore. They have to make sure that the product does stand up to its claims. But anything that's phosphate-free, that'll not promote allergens, there's a lot of allergies today, all those things matter to the Canadian consumer. Environment solutions are also very important. Sustainable building products, anything that has to do with lowering the electrical use, appliances that are energy efficient, lighting. There's a lot of lighting products from Georgia that are making their way into Canada, LED lighting. It's been a very, very successful area for the Georgia market. Upcoming opportunities. We have many upcoming opportunities. One interesting one that is just around the corner is the Globe Energy Conference in Vancouver. We have a Georgia trade mission of 8 companies attending. These are companies that specialize in water treatment, remediation, anything that has to do with the environment and improving our footprint. They will be welcomed, and they will be meeting with a lot of people, industry experts in those areas. So it'll be a wonderful trade mission to participate in. And my colleague Don Townsend in Georgia is looking after those applications. Plan du Nord is an infrastructure project in northern Quebec. So about 1/6 of the land, or 1/6 of the population, 80% of the land mass has very little infrastructure, and there's huge, rich resources available there. So the province of Quebec has put together a budget for $80 billion to improve on this infrastructure, to actually provide health services, housing. So there's an awful lot of infrastructure and other programs available in the Canadian market in Quebec. The Pan Am Games is the largest multi-sport event that will be taking place in Canada. It's in 2015. They have a $1.4 billion project. This is everything for housing, and this is housing that is going to be just in use during the program, and then there's also going to be sustainable housing that will be converted to middle-income rentals and middle-income housing. And we have the infrastructure, everything from, and what you need to perform the games, watch clocks, tenting, just about everything. And I was thinking that the Georgia economy and the Georgia marketplace would be well suited to fit into this with their experience in the Olympic Games in '96. We have the Alberta oil sands, which everyone is familiar with, but Canada is also considers mining as their #1 industry. So we mine zinc, ore, iron. My time is out. But anyway, there's lots of mining industry, so extraction products, anything along those lines, infrastructure is perfect. And last but not least, we have SUCP, and that'll be taking place this spring in Myrtle Beach in South Carolina. Thank you.
Very good.